Rwanda's capital, Kigali City, shelters an estimated 1.5 million people with an annual growth rate of 4%, making it one of the most densely populated cities in Africa. There is need for effective measures to make mobility in the city efficient and sustainable.
In Kigali we have roads, which I think they are not really few, but they are enough. But the way people maybe use roads, there are some roads like in our neighborhood which people are not using. So if people can adapt that habit, use also those roads in our neighborhood, they can also be one way of increasing the mobility of the people. And again, the roads we have are not really efficient compared to the cars that we have in our cities. So if we can adapt a way of having the cars, or I mean like sharing the cars that we have with the people who need maybe transportation. I think people wouldn't be bothering like, hey, I need to buy my own car, because you can get a ride in Kigali City. So this system have been used in different countries, Europe and the United States. Why not our beautiful city in Kigali? So we need to come up with other ways we can live in this modern world. And technology is changing everything, and let's see how our technology we have in Kigali, we can also adopt it in the transportation system.
There can be a lot of issues with mobility, and there's a lot of great teams here who have ideas, but I know that in Rwanda we can do better with the ambulances. We can move faster and improve outcomes, but we just need to develop the technology so that they're able to do that.
The key factor about that challenge of mobility is the real-time information, because as we know, we have some roads in Kigali that when you go around, you see that there is no car, but when you go to the other side of that road, you see that it's a huge traffic. So the thing is, like, we don't have information. So if there is a management, like you have information, we have something like, if we do like optimization, we minimize the distance from A to B so that we can use alternative roads. So information is really something that we really have to deal with.
Mobility challenges such as traffic congestion emanating from inadequate infrastructure, poor urban planning are among what inspired Toyota Mobility Foundation in conjunction with Impact Hub Kigali to organize an innovative mobility ideathon to craft solutions to mobility problems in Kigali City.
There are people that are innovating around how goods are moved from the village to the city without losing a lot of value, a lot of mineral nutrients. There's people that are looking at e-ticketing systems. There is people that are doing solutions to move people that are from injured places to the hospital. There are people that are doing apps to ease movement of people.
So some of the problem that we are coming to solve is that we want to reduce the number of people who are waiting for the bus, and the buses are not really enough to serve the people. Another thing is that people opt for taking the motorbikes, and from the research, from the statistics, we have found that 70% of all accidents in a country are involved the motorcycle. So we are trying to come up with new innovative idea which can help people from not opting for the motorcycle but for the ride sharing.
The ambulance they work very hard. Everybody on the ambulance is doing a great job with the limitations that they have. But I think we have a solution to help them be much faster and help get to patients much quicker to improve their survival. So right now, the ambulance service, when you call 912, if you have a medical emergency here in Rwanda, it goes to one dispatch center. And that dispatcher is in charge of talking to the ambulance, the patient, the hospitals, and there's only 1 to 3 people working in that dispatch center at a time. So it's a lot of tasks and jobs for that person. So we came up with an idea that a mobile app can transfer electronic data and actually help the ambulances move much faster, connect to the hospital faster, and treat the patients quicker.
But statistics shows us like we are on 17.3% of all the population of Rwanda as urban citizen. So, but we have a target by 2024, we are going to go to 35%. So if we still have mobility issues in the community, this is the right time to handle with it. So our project is to get an application which we will extend it to a device later. So we think there is Google Map technology which already exists, but we still have that challenge of mobility in Kigali as well. So we really want to develop a smart traffic flow management, but it will be in terms of application, so that we can feed Google information, so that we digitalize every roads in Kigali, so that we get like relevant information.
Now we are at Gishushu in central Kigali, one of the junctions where motorists have to experience high traffic congestion, especially during peak hours. Now the government hopes to address this by constructing flyovers, introduce real-time information system, as well as construct dual carriageways across the city.
In the city of Kigali, we are just upgrading roads. We are upgrading roads from single carriageway, meaning only 2 ways, and we are upgrading them to dual carriageway, meaning you have 4 lanes and two lanes per each direction. This one will solve some of the problem, because we want to introduce what we call dedicated bus lanes, where, for instance, during peak hours, one lane per each direction will be dedicated to buses. Apart from the infrastructure, we have contacted these innovators, and we intend to bring the real-time information system, where people, before they leave their working place, they will just book for the bus, and they know when the next bus is coming, when the bus is reaching the bus stop, so that they be there exactly the time the bus has arrived, so that they can take the bus immediately. So this will allow us to solve some of the problems, especially at the junctions, and also for shortcuts, where instead of just going around, you can just use a shortcut, just passing on a flyover. Apart from that, we want also to introduce what we call cable cars. Cable cars, just those cars